streets. From a bad hoe, ain't a dime sack moving unless I said so. I'm just trying to preach. Go ahead, though. Do your motherfucking thing and get your bread, bro. Bitch, I run them streets. Like a stray cat moving while I'm puffing on the 8-sack. Keep it laid back and blaze tracks. You know they hate it when I break stacks. The way sacks, but man, let's face facts. I'm the boss, motherfucker, on your bitch mind. You a bitch, motherfucker, always dick riding. Unloyal motherfuckers always switch sides. Leave a bitch, motherfucker, holding all his insides. I'm the type of motherfucker you don't want to test.
I don't know what y'all think, but bitch, I run them streets.
Yeah, bitch, I run them streets. From a bad hoe, ain't a dime sack moving unless I said so. I'm just trying to preach. Go ahead, though. Do your motherfucking thing and get your bread, bro. Bitch, I run them streets. From a bad hoe, ain't a dime sack moving unless I said so. I'm just trying to preach. Go ahead, though. Do your motherfucking thing and get your bread, bro. Bitch, I run them streets. Like a stray cat moving while I'm puffing on the 8-sack. Keep it laid back and blaze tracks. You know they hate it when I break stacks. The way sacks, but man, let's face facts. I'm the boss, motherfucker, on your bitch mind. You a bitch, motherfucker, always dick riding. Unloyal motherfuckers always switch sides. Leave a bitch, motherfucker, holding all his insides. I'm the type of motherfucker you don't want to test. And I'm bringing bullets that'll penetrate your vest. Put him on his knees and the trigger might squeeze. Make it look like he sneezed out his chest. God bless. God bless. You don't really want to go there. Ice road truckers, you alone and it's cold there. Concrete shoes, make it so we don't float there. Make it so you stay inside the water like a boat there. Oh yeah. Streets. From a bad hoe, ain't a dime sack moving unless I said so. I'm just trying to preach. Go ahead, though. Do your motherfucking thing and get your bread, bro. Bitch, I run them streets. From a bad hoe, ain't a dime sack moving unless I said so. I'm just trying to preach. Go ahead, though. Do your motherfucking thing and get your bread, bro. Bitch, I run them streets. Like the rainwater, name another rapper who done came harder from the days when I was a game starter to today. Ought to show you that I ain't playing and the homie came to slaughter. See the rap game, dog, I'm a spearheaded. I ain't really give a fuck like a lyric edit. If a rapper come to play trying to think that it's a game, they gon' end up on my wall like a deer head. And bitch, I run the streets like a little rascal. All these bitches think I'm sweet, but they fucking with a real asshole. You could gas me up, but do not pass me up, and then come around looking for the keys to the castle. Grind harder than the X Games. Got your bitch wetter than some water with my sex games. And I'm about to get new pussy like a sex change, but I know that bitch ain't worth my time like a text change. Run them streets. From a bad hoe, ain't a dime sack moving unless I said so. I'm just trying to preach. Go ahead, though. Do your motherfucking thing and get your bread, bro. Bitch, I run them streets. From a bad hoe, ain't a dime sack moving unless I said so. I'm just trying to preach. Go ahead, though. Do your motherfucking thing and get your bread, bro. Bitch, I run them streets.
This is Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with the E.
Man, listen, that was Mr. Bobby Gray. Run them streets. Misha is on her way.
Or from them streets?
Run them streets. Run.
Oh. Well, I do a little bit. I mean, I Uber, so I guess you can say that.
Run them streets. Listen, speaking of Uber, let me tell you this story. I was watching this video on YouTube, not on YouTube, Facebook. This guy, he was Ubering this girl. Did you see the video?
No, I didn't.
Listen, this is why I'm so scared to Uber and Lyft for a living.
First of all?
It was in New York.
Okay.
And the guy was Ubering this black chick, and she went off on him because he didn't have an iPhone charger. And she was like, her phone was dead. And she was like, I'm gonna have my boyfriend come beat your ass. And I mean, she was going off on him in that back seat. And he was so calm The whole ride. He was a foreigner, but he was a fine foreigner. Okay, so a little chocolate drop. And he was just so calm, so collected. He was like, whatever. I'm not taking you nowhere else. Get out my car because you keep disrespecting me.
Do? Give him 2 stars.
Pretty much. But she hit him. She put water in his back seat. And she was like, I'm going to tell that you hit me in my eye. You hit me in my eye and you're recording me. Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you can lie all you want to. I don't care. Get out my car. She finally got out, though. But it was a point that all of that over a charger. That's what she said. Call the police. He was like, you're the one with the problem. I don't have a problem. I just want you out of my car. You call the police.
He a real man.
But as soon as she got out of the car, he started calling her all kind of B's and all this stuff. I was like, dang, you ain't call her not one name. You wait until she get out the car.
Well, he wanted to make sure that, that's how you.
Professional.
Exactly. But he let her know how he felt on the way.
Exactly. She ain't hearing Carly Rod today, but that was hilarious. So today we are here live just for a little while. I just wanted to come today because this weekend we are busy.
Especially you too.
Baby,
man,
listen.
you super busy.
I'm so tired. But I'm excited for this weekend, but it's just so much. Friday is the 90s party for OKFW. Yes. Then Saturday is the 101 class with Miss Nikki Mack, yes. And then the fashion show right after that. Yes. And then Sunday we're having the brunch, the Boss's brunch. Hello, Miss Misha. And then right after the brunch, I will be heading over to Miss Treva's show. Yes. In Cincinnati. I gotta be there too.
You just walking all weekend.
All weekend. I'm gonna be ibuprofen, hydrocodone all day.
I need you to be able to see.
On my feet. I'm gonna rub it in my feet.
Oh, you gonna rub it in your feet?
Yeah, girl, listen. Yeah. Numb it right up. Make it feel good.
I might need some of that.
Baby, listen.
Since I'm gonna be walking all day.
All day.
I got something in the medicine cabinet. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you packing that?
Okay. Well, it ain't expired,
I'm gonna be coming to y'all like, let me get some of that cortisone, please.
Sure.
I'll throw it in the bag.
So we were just talking about the OKFW weekend, Curvy in the city. She should have spelled city with a K too. That would have been cute. I'm sorry. I'm just, I'll be thinking.
Yeah, but then, you got special people who be like, Curvy in the kitty.
Yeah, you're right.
She probably did think about it.
No 2 T's.
Yeah, she'd have probably thought about it, and she like, nah, because you got ignorant people.
Ignorant.
I ain't got time for them. Talking about some kitty. Kitey.
You're right.
Yeah, anything.
People crazy.
All they need is a little
train of thought. Never know where
all the way off. But listen, it's going down. This Miss Nikki Mack will be hosting.
Yes.
I'm very excited about her hosting, and she's doing her 101 class to teach us models how to slay some more. Okay, this is at the Red Carpet event located at 8118 Hamilton Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio 45231. Let me pull up Treva's flyer because they're both in Cincinnati, which I was blessed because I surely was like, I want to walk for you so much. But a sister like me, my mind be all over the place. So I'm very excited to walk for Miss Treva. If y'all know who Miss Treva is, she is the glamour coated melon queen. Yes. She get these melons so right. I don't know if y'all know what melons are. It's these, not the ones you eat. Okay.
I would hope they know what. I would really hope they know what melons are. What did you just say? You know what, Key? I can't.
Listen, don't get me started today. Okay?
I'm not fooling with you today.
Don't get me started today.
It's almost a weekend.
So her show starts at, I'm trying to pull it up. It's at 4:30. It starts at 4:30. It's Spring Fashion 14th, April 14th. Tickets are $20, $40 VIP. It's at 9832 Hamilton Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio. and I am really, really, really excited to walk for her. So she gave me a little peekaboo of my outfit, my little number and everything. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna look like a chocolate covered Easter wrapping." Yes, she be like, "Listen, ain't nobody thinking about Easter. I am. I'm Candy."
Lord.
Let my imagination run, y'all. Don't be hating.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Listen. So, are y'all ready? Y'all got y'all's bags packed?
Negative.
What the hell?
My shoes is packed.
What the hell?
I got a skirt.
I got a couple things.
That don't work.
Some tights and some leggings. I mean, listen, tonight is listen, I've been hustling, okay? I've been on the road. I get off work and then I go back to work. That's why I was late today. Listen, out here trying to make that dough for the weekend. So yeah, I'll be up tonight. Don't worry, I ain't getting no sleep tonight. I'm gonna be up doing my hair, packing, and then tomorrow. Listen.
As soon as this show over, my hand's going up under here. You hear me? I'm trying to take stuff down. Because I just stopped at the hair store on the way here because I can't so much time in the day. And I'm like, yeah, look, I gotta stop at the hair store real quick. Shit, let me hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
I work better under pressure, but packing, trying to pack. If I pack the week before, it's not gonna work because I'm gonna either need something out of that bag that I packed up, and then I'm gonna forget to put it back in, or I'm gonna miss something. It's just better for me to just. I got my list though. I know everything I need.
See, if I don't do it prior, then I end up forgetting.
That's because
I end up forgetting items.
That's because you have to pack for like 12 people, plus 3 for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got like 4 bags right now.
Yeah, so you a stylist, so y'all supposed to pre-pack.
It's too much work though. I can't.
You thought it wasn't gonna be?
It's a lot.
It is, especially when you put in your hands, you're working on the clothes.
Yeah.
It's one thing that you're not the average stylist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't going to the boutique and picking it off the rack and
you
putting
make
it together.
Shit too. You merging shit and you
be merging
and altering shit and this.
It's okay. It all pay off in the end.
So special.
Hey, amen. Thank you, Jesus.
KFW, they be snatching it off the models off the runway. Because you tried to get your piece that you wore was still in. Still had it on. Like, oh no, somebody bought that. Like, well, wait a minute.
Sold. I handed it to her, and within 1 set later, it was gone. I was like, I just walked in that next set, and it's gone already. Like,
yeah. So hopefully, all that hard work will pay off because all your pieces will sell.
I'm hoping because I'm so tired of taking clothes home. It's driving me crazy.
I be trying to take them off of you.
My pal.
Everybody was complimenting me today. You look cute. I like that. Thank you, Mary JB.
Put your rack together.
Thank you. I have not. It's still in my closet. I need to. I mean, not my closet, my garage. I need to, but all them pieces having to carry. No, that's extra.
No,
at home, honey.
Oh no, I gotta clean my room first, girl. Listen,
I thought we did that already.
But that would help. Their room already. Hanging.
You a lie?
No, you lied to me.
I said I started the process. I ain't never told your ass I finished.
See, look at me trying to organize you when I need to be organized. But with the rack, you can put all your clothes that you style up there. So when somebody do be like, hey, I want such and such a wear, such and such, they can go right to the rack.
Right to it. I'm down for it. Once I clean my room. Gotcha. I already got that in
You do need a portable though.
My mind. I do. I need one that's really easy to put down and put up. One of them snap ones. You just push a button and just fold everything all by itself. That's what
I can only imagine the price tag on that sucker.
Baby, listen. Who you telling? I'm waiting. I'm trying to get into New York Fashion Week. That's my goal. I'm over here trying to make connections and because I want to do it this year.
Okay.
So that's our goal.
I'm just trying to go.
When is New York Fashion Week?
September.
September.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go.
Oh, Labor Day weekend or something like that.
Labor Day is that
Monday.
Monday.
Okay. Yeah. What's up? I'm glad that's manifested in the air now.
Yeah. Let it simmer.
I'm trying to cop a flight though. Screw that driving.
I'm not trying to drive no more.
I'm not doing that. Even though
a bird this year.
Listen. We drive all day now.
I can't be no more groundhog right now. I can't be a groundhog right now. I gotta get there.
Listen.
I'm
trying to pop a flight.
For New York, I'm definitely gonna fly.
Popping flights.
I'm gonna try to fly.
I'm
on
some
how many bags I have to
If
pack.
it's over 6 hours, I'm popping flights. Bump that.
Depending on how many bags I gotta pack. You know what I'm saying? Just depends.
Shoot, girl.
Y'all know what I discovered though this last couple days? Well, I'm gonna say a couple days because it was in the last couple days, but I might as well be a damn Walmart model. They got some cute ass shit.
You can actually do that.
Yeah, submit.
You can submit.
I want to see. I'm just saying, as much as I like.
Why not? Shit. You can submit. I can get paid. They'll pay you.
But
might get some clothes for free.
I cannot do that swimsuit. I can't do that swimsuits. I tried because they're plus size.
Something each piece is 16.
Yeah.
So I practice this upside down. So 16 something ain't too bad. Because if you go a regular swimsuit in one piece for a nice durable one, our size will be about $30 anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I usually go to DFWH for my swimsuits or online because their pieces, like their 2 pieces, are $8 a piece. They're really cheap, and I got a whole 1 piece for $4. Baby, listen, me and my daughter.
I have to go check them out. I ain't been swimsuit shopping in years.
So I don't like buying swimsuits. Those are 2 places, and they usually have they have slim. Not a whole lot of the same swimsuits like you would at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I like to be different. You know, I want me to have one or the only one when I go somewhere like, oh, that's so cute. Thanks. It's the only one. Yeah. Well, you have to, man. Being plus size, man, you got to be creative. Yes. Like, for real.
Because I see a couple swimsuits I'm going to wear like a shirt.
Who you telling? Me too. I already got me. I wore a whole swimsuit under a mesh skirt for a photo shoot. What was it, last year? Yeah, last year. Nobody thought it was a swimsuit. Thank you. I know how to style it.
Really, like that's like a bodysuit for real, for real.
I have to get to that point. I don't like me in swimsuits, so
really
negative. Why? Because of the way I'm shaped. Because I ain't top heavy. The swimsuits they'll be okay down here. But then I got all this extra room up here and the pad just hanging there.
That's why you got.
And then I'll get the ones that's cool up here, but then they don't fit right down here. I said, so y'all don't got no swimsuit for funny dope.
That's why DFWH is perfect for you because they'll have the top and you can get your perfect size, and then the bottom you can get your.
And see, that's another thing. I've never shopped for a 2-piece because I used to always think that was not happening.
Wow.
I don't have titties. You have to understand something. When you're in the itty bitty titty committee, some things just don't look cute on you.
Better. If you wear a 1 piece, a 1 piece is what's not good for you if you ain't got no titties.
Yes, I know that.
Because it smashes your titties. But if you get a separation, you can get one with an underwire, and then they automatically come with padding. So it's gonna make your chest look bigger than what it really is. Listen. And I usually when I go swimming, I always if it doesn't have a wire under, I wear a bra.
Oh no. I'm trying to wear as little clothes as possible. Give me a private pool.
I want to make sure my titties is up. I hate when I got a swimsuit bra that I bought perfectly. It's the same material as a swimsuit, and then I wear that under my swimsuit. That's only because it makes my titties sit up. Because swimsuits don't have that support.
No, they don't. I've seen them.
They're really like a bralette.
Yeah, I've seen
and
the
if you
boobs.
got big boobies, it's like
I've definitely seen the swimsuit worn with the big boobs. It look like slaves hanging from a tree.
Baby, listen, like just a whole steak round just hanging. Steak rounds just.
You be looking like, is that supposed to look like that?
No.
Oh, maybe
your titties is not supposed to touch your belly button when you swim. At all. They are not supposed to be floating devices like that.
That's the part of the reason. That's one of the reasons why I'm happy I gained some pounds back. Shit, baby. I look like the first time. It was not cute being on top. Understand?
I understand.
But
flat.
What? I got a nice handful too.
I hate her right now. She feeling herself.
Right.
Feeling herself.
Literally.
Literally.
I'm just ready to get these trips.
I'm excited.
Next week.
We got a lot of trips lined up, yo.
Yeah.
Too many.
I'm ready to get to Georgia.
Again for me
yeah, I'm doing what? A trip this weekend and next weekend. Georgia?
Oh, you said this weekend, next weekend?
Next weekend.
What part?
Atlanta, College Park.
For the weekend?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See family.
Yep. I ain't even told him I'm coming yet.
So
I'll call him after I get to Tennessee.
And then we'll come back.
We got new music?
Yeah,
I know I ain't been in no email.
Tears of a Dragon by Ezekiel Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Joshua.
Oh, yeah. I did see those come in. I didn't listen. I said I was gonna wait.
We're gonna listen to them today. Listen, baby.
The fuck I just found out, God. Man, I can't believe this shit, man. This is some bullshit. Where my niggas at, man? Iron Stripes, man. Where Eyes Low? Where G at, man? Fuck my phone at, man. This bitch got me fucked up. For real, I'm about to murder this bitch. I cannot believe this shit, man. For real, man. What the fuck? Hey, yo, for real, let me find out you fucking one of these niggas. I'ma squeeze trigger so hard that make my knees shiver. What's up with this shit I heard about you and this fucking bird? At your bowling with a brother told me something smelling phony. Bowling told me he know me. He was in the window watching you giving out sloppy kisses. Then you slid inside his whip. Did you slide up or down upon his dick? Horniness had you on level 6 where the devil is controlling shit. We used to hold hands, supreme tone, ice cream cones. Spiritual when we combine, resurrected the dead of life. Then I found out your body full of lies. Who am I? A fool that fell in love. I got played like Frankie Lyman off the dog food. Who's calling you? Why you ignoring him? My left eye is twitching cause you acting all suspicious. These are tears from a dragon's eyes. No one can pacify my anger. Roll like milk and pasteurized. Both of y'all crossed the line.
This is tears of a dragon's eye. Kinda ironic, but dragons don't cry. Fire come out his mouth. You wonder why? Won't shed a tear, not a drop. You see his eyes. This is tears of a dragon's eye. Kinda ironic, but dragons don't cry. Fire come out his mouth, you wonder why? Won't shed a tear, not a drop, look in his eyes.
Feeling some type of way, death first before betrayal. Thought she was an angel with a halo till I found the fatal evidence. Pussy packers and packers for ratchet niggas. God ready to flip, acrobatically flip this nigga. Then I heard the noise from the entrance. Superpower senses, hearing footsteps in the dark, just like the Ozzy brothers. Gun cock, I heard one knock. Looked in my queen's face at peace, fam. Bet you decide the heat about to bake. She looked me dead in my eyes and passed me a nine. She had guns and knives, I just noticed was chopped between her thighs. She said, please forgive me, but he's here for me. I killed his wife. Next thing I know, the door busted open and we opened fire. Shots blast, Mr. Gunsmoke. I'm aiming for the throat. We made it out. Then he lope. If they ain't dead, they comatose. Shots blast, Mr. Gunsmoke. I'm aiming for the throat. We made it out. And he lope. If they ain't dead, they comatose. Fuck.
This is tears of a dragon's eye. Kinda ironic, the dragons don't cry. Fire come out his mouth. You wonder why? Won't shed a tear, not a drop. You see his eyes. This is tears of a dragon's eye. Kinda ironic, the dragons don't cry. Fire come out his mouth. You wonder why? Won't shed a tear, not a drop. Look in his eyes.
What y'all think about that? This is Curvilinear Radio.
And who are you?
You are?
Oh, somebody.
I don't got. Oh, there I is.
Sorry, you 4, not 3.
I'll take that as a good thing.
This is Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with an E.
And it is Misha Miss Hotspot. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
That was a little that was interesting. It was very
Tears of a dragon.
It was a little angry.
Yeah.
A little hostile.
He's
And he ain't got no kids? Don't ever get a baby mama, dude. Make sure you wife her, please.
You know what his me knowing him, actually I knew him when we was teenagers.
Okay.
And I ran back into him on Facebook.
Okay.
So since teenage years, I think I was 17, he had a damn near death experience. He died and came back like
2 or
3 times, I think he said.
Wow.
So, and he's really intelligent. Like when he come on, he wants to come in here. So when he come on, he'll get a feel for how his mindset is. And
shoot him an email.
He's an Aries.
Oh,
he just had a birthday.
Explains the anger.
I hate you.
So I don't know.
I mean, I was married to one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
I don't really know too much about Aries either.
Me either.
Oh, they're
what month is Aries?
April. March.
Oh,
March
I know some. They crazy.
March 20th.
I know a couple of
Yeah,
them.
it's March 20th, I think, or March 19th till April 19th.
Crazy. I know.
Or April 20th, yeah. Yeah.
They're a little crazy.
Definitely special. They always think they right.
Don't they?
I kind of get that.
They're actually more stubborn than Taurus, believe it or not.
This is true.
Yeah, yeah. They're definitely a special type of breed. But yeah, that was a little hostile. I hope we got some
he said some
less
more, so let's
hostile.
hear something else too.
A little less hostile.
Let's see. Okay, let's play something.
I don't know. Did y'all watch the
part of a project?
Did y'all watch the services? Did y'all catch it?
Yes.
I didn't catch it, but she looks pretty.
Listen,
I didn't watch it.
I watched.
Today was Nipsey's home.
Yes, I know.
Wait.
Okay,
I watched Snoop's portion. And to me, Snoop and Nipsey sound just alike.
They look alike. I didn't thought that.
If you close your eyes, it's
few days ago.
I always used to think that because when there was certain songs that he was on when he was talking, or when I would hear his interviews and I wasn't looking because I just had it playing. I'd be like, "Is that Snoop?" And I remember somebody like, "That's Nipsey." I'm like, Nipsey.
They definitely had a great, from what Snoop was saying, they had a wonderful rapport with each other.
Oh yeah.
Top-notch respect. And I just was really humbled by his storytelling of what Nipsey was about, or the things that he would push Snoop to try and do and set him up. And it was just really beautiful. Like,
Snoop was definitely brokenhearted.
You could tell
he was definitely brokenhearted.
He was in good spirits though.
Yeah.
When he was talking to Nipsey, it wasn't like a cracked voice, but you can tell by the way he was speaking of him that was his boy, like his brother. You know,
they look related.
They do.
Okay.
And then I did catch Lauren London's her portion
up there with the kids.
I didn't watch the kids' part because I would cry. I wouldn't cry.
I couldn't.
I didn't want to cry. I did watch her portion. She held her composure very well. I mean, you could tell, you could hear a little bit of her voice in and out. But she read a text that she sent him in January while he was asleep. So when they were in the same room, he was asleep and she was watching him, and she decided to text him. So when he would wake up, he would see the text. So she read that text that she sent to him, and it was very just her pouring out her heart to him, pretty much saying how strong he was and how he pretty much uplifted her and made her a better woman. He wasn't perfect, but he was good for her. And it was just a real positive. You could tell that I even watched little interviews with them two together. They're the cutest. They are adorable.
They were so cute.
They played a game
I think
where they were 100 questions, like 21 questions or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
She was asking him questions about herself,
like,
to make sure he
knew
the answers.
I think it was for GQ.
Yeah, and it was so
it was
cute.
It was
like,
hilarious.
He got almost everyone right.
It was hilarious.
And it was just
his response to some of them was hilarious.
Like
the one, like, I'm not even that type of boyfriend for you to even ask me like that. I'm not even gonna,
the question was, what's my celebrity crush?
Yeah, and who's my celebrity crush?
Was like that ain't. I'm not that kind of boyfriend that you would even tell that to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know.
Right.
And so she was like,
you,
like, duh. And then he said, I think he asked her the question, or she asked him.
Yeah, she asked him, who's your celebrity crush?
He was like, you. Like, it was just so cute. Their rapport.
Yeah.
So I could tell she is going to be.
They were really best friends.
Hearted off out, and they have a 2-year-old. That baby hasn't even got to establish a foundation with his father before he died.
I actually was scrolling on Instagram because I've been avoiding the Instagram and Facebook scroll ever since because of the bull crap surrounded by his death that people are posting. I just didn't want to see none of the negative stuff, but I ran across one. It was somebody who I guess introduced them, and he told the story of when they met, introduced them, and then how he was so proud of them because she took in his daughter as if she was her own. He took in her son that she's got with Lil Wayne as if he was his own. And then just reading that, I just started bawling. I said, see, this is why I ain't been on Instagram reading none of this. But his mom's interview, that I saw that video of her talking, honestly put me at peace. And I feel like her strength is what's helping everybody around him, London, the kids, because she's at peace. I mean, that was the most peaceful video.
They said she was strong. I couldn't watch it.
She was you watch it. I promise you. She didn't crack she didn't even seem sad. She was so peaceful.
You could tell by
she's
the
at
way
complete
he
peace with
and
it.
The way that everybody else talked about him, that his parents instilled God in him.
Oh yeah, she said,
and
"Don't be." She was telling people
with him going to the Lord.
Yeah, she said, "Don't mourn, don't mourn. She said, he's everywhere. Do not mourn. She said he's even more stronger and powerful than what he was, which he is.
Because people are comparing Lauren and him to, why am I getting emotional? To Martin Luther King. And I wouldn't go that far.
But I understand
the similarity.
I understand why they're saying
I think that it's more because of our youth has not had a strong entity pass like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody that was for the community.
Exactly. Even we had that loss when Tupac and Notorious died.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was like a shake. Like, oh my God, like this is what's really happening.
Yeah.
Like we were distraught over that. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that was also, and not to downplay it at all, because it was still devastating either way. That was also fueled by the East Coast, West Coast beef.
Exactly.
So it was almost kind of like you kind of expected it to happen eventually because of all the riff that was surrounding it and all that. But this was so far left. It was like, what?
Yeah, it came
where did this come?
It came out of nowhere. And that's what's so shaking, that this is, I see where they're getting the comparison. You know what I'm saying? Our youth, even when we were younger, we weren't there. We weren't.
Well, you know, some people are also comparing it because they think the government has something to do with it.
I believe it.
I do too. There's a small part of me that does believe that, because the reality is he was working on something that would put a damper on the pharmaceutical industry, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The last thing they want is for people and Americans to know that you can cure AIDS and HIV and cancer and lupus and any other medical disease that you call yourself having. By just doing this. So, I mean, I don't know, but his work is going to get done. Thank God for Nick Cannon. Like he said, they can't kill us all.
They sure can't.
And Lauren, you know, I seen her story. The fight keep going. Marathon continues. She's going to keep it going.
She said at the end of her speech, the marathon will continue.
Yeah, she's going to keep it going.
The way she said it was so like, I'm putting a nail in the coffin.
I mean, he did say,
I'm going to continue my dream.
He did say in an interview, if they kill me for this, y'all better ride for me. And I mean, people is riding. That video of the LA gangs, that moved me. To see all them people out there who I know don't get along, all them gangs, that was moving. That was powerful. They didn't even do that shit for Tupac and Biggie.
They sure didn't.
They didn't even do that when Snoop tried to call a truce between the Bloods and the Crips, because he tried that before. People don't remember that, but he tried that back in the, late 90s, early 2000s. They weren't ready.
It wasn't. Now it's a little different.
Yeah,
we've seen
the atmosphere
so
is
much. The atmosphere has shifted.
Yes,
we have so much going on in the government that's harmful to us as a community.
Yeah, people are becoming more aware.
Right, we can't do nothing but come together to fight them. Exactly.
The same thing.
And now, and I think that's what what's his name? Killer Mike.
Yes,
was trying to establish that things have shifted from what was happening in the 90s,
right,
compared to now.
Right,
these gangs aren't out here killing each other like they want us to make it seem like.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? They are really trying to do community work in their own community,
which is what they were initially
and
established
that's what they
for.
were originally established for. But because you had so much of the government trying to push us together, kill us, they put that little extra in there, like, hey, sell some crack in the hood.
Throw some drugs out there.
I mean, just throw some drugs out there.
Right.
They doing too much. They too kumbaya.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to kill their ass off. You know what I'm saying?
If I run across somebody that say they call themselves being a gang member, I listen, I give them the third degree. Oh, you in a gang? Oh, you a blood. So what does that stand for? Do you know the origin? Do you realize all that started because they broke up the Black Panthers? They'll just look at me with this deer caught in the headlight look, like, what? Yeah, you should do your research.
That don't join
Bloods and Crips.
Don't know the background about.
Yeah, please don't join and call yourself. First of all, y'all call yourself being gang members over territory. You don't own nothing.
Nothing.
You ain't paying tax on no property. At least Nipsey could say he owned a whole block. He had a whole strip, and it's still in his name.
Period.
Y'all own jack. Don't pay taxes, nothing.
But out here trying to take motherfuckers.
But out here trying to take people's lives over a color, over a territory, over a piece of property that you don't even, that you got to pay taxes for.
It's sad.
It is sad, but I feel like this, I hate to say it, I feel like his death has definitely put a huge shift in the atmosphere, especially in the Black community, in the hood, in the lower income communities, for people to become more focused and aware and to put all the bullshit aside. Especially seeing as to how the person that did it, who did it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's making people aware. What I do want people to stop doing, though, because I did see where Remy Ma called herself being upset. Stop being upset because people are jumping on the Nipsey train. Let them do that.
Who said that?
Remy Ma, she has an interview that it was a clip they showed where people, and she's not the only one. People are agitated because they're like, you ain't never listened to him before. He's been doing this. This ain't nothing new. Y'all victory lap. It didn't just come out. That been out, and it has. You're right, but because of it, now people streamed it. He was able to. It generated. He generated 7 times more streams than what he would have. Yeah. All that money went to his kids. Because he owns all of his masters.
That bothers me. Well, why would?
But wait, not even just that. Okay, so we didn't know. So a lot of people didn't know. I actually just got hip to him in the last year of what he was doing. So yeah, a lot of people didn't know. But because of this, it's making them go find out and look. They're looking at videos. They're looking at interviews. They're listening to him. They're reading the same books that he's saying that he's reading. You talking about this man who was in a community that's known for drugs and gang banging, who was actually doing positive things, owning his own businesses, reading books. He's actually intelligent. You think that's not going to be an influence on these little 19, 20 something year olds that do listen to his type of music, that will pull up Victory Lap and blast it? I'm just saying, don't be mad at that. It's not necessary. Don't be upset at that. Let them go and do the research and find out the history behind Nipsey and find out what his purpose was, because it might inspire them to be like, you know what? I'm going to be like that.
For those who knew him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to do like that.
The point is that he died just like Martin Luther King. If he wouldn't have died, we wouldn't know nothing about him.
No.
We wouldn't know about his fight now.
Right.
So allow that research to happen, so then you can get excited about a Black man doing what he was doing, and you could pass that message on to his kids.
Especially with the studies of Dr. CB.
Wouldn't be worth losing for no reason.
Exactly.
Like, his life was taken for a God's purpose. This was supposed to effing happen.
Yep. And Nipsey was aware, and his mom even said that. She said that very thing. He was aware, and don't think he wasn't. He knew that it could come at any point. He may not have expected it to come when it did and how it did and by whom, but he knew. He said it. He knew. Listen, you know when when your time is coming, especially when you involve yourself in something that they've already taken 2 people out for. Because let's be real, Dr. CB got killed by the government and Little Left Eye got killed by the government for the same reason. They can keep saying it was an accident. Okay. All of a sudden she go to South America and she died in a car accident. Okay. I'm just saying. Because of him, people are paying attention to the studies of Dr. Sebi. Most people didn't even know who the frick it was.
No, I didn't.
I've actually been studying Dr. Sebi for the past 6 months.
I never knew who he was until now.
And yeah, I've been studying.
Thank you for waking me up.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
it's
like
making people aware.
What bothers me about that, people getting upset, is because what's the difference between you finding out about somebody just on an interview and then you research them?
Right.
What's the difference?
Right.
He died. Now I'm researching him. Now I'm listening to his music. Like, oh, I didn't even know who Nipsey was. Right. I like his music. Let me go ahead and download this. Give him that praise. Because
I definitely went and downloaded
all his albums. I stumbled upon him because I am a Lauren London fan.
Exactly.
And it just so happened in the last, I don't know why, I just stopped thinking about her. I haven't. And probably in a couple of years, I was like,
because she's been off the grid.
She's been off the grid. But then I saw the movie with her and T.I.
and ATL.
Yeah. And I was like, where's my Lauren at? Them dimples. I missed those dimples. Right. So I went on her IG page about a year and a half ago, and I saw her and Nipsey's picture. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
Who that?
Who
that is?
That's what that is.
All right.
And then I start scrolling and going to his page and seeing what he did, and then I start YouTubing, and it's like, oh, okay.
See, I knew of him because of the features. I knew of him because of the features of songs that he's been in. I've heard his name.
I've heard his name. Exactly.
I've heard his name, Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, I've heard his name.
And then all of a sudden,
but I never put a face to it. Yeah.
And it probably is. I probably heard his name, but never clicked.
It never clicked. It never did.
He ain't nobody. I
probably heard his music and didn't know it was him.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But that the same thing happened to Tupac. I mean, come on. His damn music is in colleges being studied. You think that would have happened if he was still alive?
And he was spitting fire that's going on now.
Yeah, he was a poet. People are studying his music in college. That would not have happened if he was still alive. There's a lot of people that wouldn't have known about Biggie and Tupac had they not gotten killed.
Preach.
Everything happens for a reason. We may not agree with how it happens. It may suck how it happens, but everything happened for a reason. And even though it sucks that his life was taken, especially in the way that it was, it happened for a reason because it made a lot of people aware. A lot of people, and it's causing a lot of other people who want to be like Nipsey or do like him. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to insert myself in some type of community, something to help build the community in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Help wake my people up in this area. Can we do the same thing that he was doing on Slauson and Crenshaw here in Columbus?
And you know what it starts with? Motherfuckers being positive.
Yeah, I mean, we already kind of got our own little Nipsey because Wally definitely is trying to build a Black Wall Street here. So, but he need help. He can't do it by himself.
Preach. We got to do more community. We got to do more community work. Yes. We have to be able to.
Well, that starts with us caring about each other.
Amen.
He genuinely cared about the people in his community.
I agree.
Regardless of what color they had on.
Amen.
So that's where it starts. People nowadays, a lot of people don't care about each other. They don't care about each other's well-being.
It seems like right from the 90s to now, I would say probably the late 90s to now, closer to the early 2000s, we shifted into a selfish mode.
Yeah.
It's like
it became
we were all about community service,
unity.
Going to you saw so many rappers, you saw so many R&B singers going to communities, going to do more things, and then all of a sudden it shifted into this world of selfishness.
But you know what happened?
Nothing about
why that happened?
Why?
Because of TV and music. If you think about it, think about the shows that and movies that were coming out in the 90s.
Yeah,
we had Living Single, 4 Black women living in a home, getting along, not always, but still getting along.
Poetic,
at the end of the show, they got along.
One owned her own business. One was a lawyer. One was a boutique owner. The other one was just
the
special.
Wayans brothers, look at them.
The Wayans brothers.
You had more Black.
We had
shows.
Bill Cosby, even though people could talk about all they want.
The Rock.
Amen.
A lot of community.
We had a lot of
a community episodes.
We had a lot of shows. Hell, even Martin.
Yeah.
If you look at what Pam and Gina was doing, that wasn't something that was glorified in society for women to be in corporate America like that. Him being a radio VJ, you know what I'm saying? So we had a lot of good influence on TV and in music. And it all changed and shifted. And that's when the trap music started coming out. That's when you start getting all the movies where we was already nothing but pimps and drug dealers, but then it became an influx of it. An influx of us killing each other.
From the 70s to the 80s as pimps and drug dealers, and then like towards the 90s,
we got
getting more
Black Power,
more Black Power,
unity-ish.
You still had a couple thug movies here and there, but it was more positive. You had Best Man. You had, what I'm saying? You had other other movies that showed us in a different light compared to what our norm was in '80s, and then it shifted again.
Right.
But that's the thing about America. It shifts every couple decades. You get a shift,
and now everybody's talking about.
And now it's almost 2020. It's a new decade about to tackle in.
Girl, I heard a song accidentally on the radio. I said I feel high listening to the damn song. It's so drug induced. Jesus Christ.
Talking about drugs
popping pills, mollies,
I don't understand it.
I need people to understand something. Please trust me when I say, because you can look up the interviews for these artists and they will tell you most of them ain't doing half the shit they say they doing in the song.
But they got these young ones
thinking they
and
are.
mid young ones out here thinking they are.
They not doing that.
They like, oh,
think about it. Like, I mean,
our rappers, most they ever talked about was selling drugs and smoking weed.
Right.
Facts.
Those were the only two things. They ain't talking about shooting up nothing in their arms. They wasn't talking about popping no mollies. They wasn't even barely talking about lean like that.
Nah. Now you can definitely get some. You can definitely get some bottles. You can definitely get some bottles of Cristal popped off in the song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that was the most.
That was norm, though.
That was the normal.
Everybody talk about drinking.
Everybody.
That was norm.
Everybody.
Shoot.
In all genres.
Frank Sinatra and them talked about drinking.
I was gonna say in all genres. If you listen to country long enough, them motherfuckers beat y'all.
Now they talking about it all. They talking about it blankly and subliminally.
Yeah, because that's what they want to push into people's mind. Because see, if you keep
sex
feeding it, you keep feeding it to them,
sex and drugs. Yeah. We used to have to think real hard about a song. Our moms would be listening to a song, and we wouldn't know nothing the hell they was talking about. They be in the house just cleaning, talking about getting on with their husband when they get home, and you wouldn't know nothing about it. Beat.
That's why there's less love.
Now it's
all
like
about sex.
Everything
Remember
is about
the real love songs was back in the 90s.
Well, yeah, because we had R&B. We had R&B.
Real love song. Now it's all about sex and drugs, and it's hard to find love because everybody's so influenced by this music, man.
Yep.
Music
is the
music is your soul.
Yeah,
it really opens you up to things that you wouldn't. And I understand when I listen. I used to get offended when they used to, when that one lady, I can't think of what her name is right now. My brain is all over the place. But when she used to try to diss our music and try to make it that parental control lady, remember that back in the 90s? Oh
yeah, I do remember that.
And like the music
when they used to try and blame the music on the violence.
Influences this violence. But then when you really
got Marilyn Manson out here got people committing suicide. I'm just saying.
But exactly. But I'm just saying the music influences. So and I wouldn't, and this is what
but that's what I'm saying. They wasn't trying to parental advisory that.
They wasn't. They was only trying to do our music, which was very offensive. But when I think about it now as an adult, I understand what she was getting to.
Right.
But to me, it was more about what you were brought up in.
Yeah.
And your spirit alone.
Right.
Now, if you are already depressed and suicidal, listening to suicidal music is going to intensify you wanting to kill yourself. But if you had a mother and a father that was really around you and really attentive, you start seeing little things.
Yeah.
And that's why it's quicker for you to fix and help your child. Mm-hmm. Not all cases. I'm not going to put that on everybody because there's people out here that really are there for their kids and their kids still kill themselves. But I'm just saying that you can't blame it just on the music and movies. You can't. No. It's about what you got around your kid, period. Right. Because I watch and I play a video all day when I was a little kid about killing and all that shit. I ain't want to kill nobody.
Right.
I could play it all day. Bang, bang, shoot, shoot.
I mean, hell, we played Mortal Kombat growing up, but I wasn't walking around trying to finish him.
Right. Right. I wasn't karate chopping nobody, just walking down the hallway. Like, because I knew my mom would whip my ass.
Right.
It was not.
It's all about your upbringing.
It was always about your upbringing.
It starts in the home.
So now when you listening to all these sex songs, if you seeing your mama bringing 3 or 5 different niggas in a week, of course, now let's get this popping. Come over and get this poom poom.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But if you got a mom who is solid, you ain't seeing her messing with nobody. You listening to some damn sex song is not going to make you want to have sex.
No.
Right there.
Well, you're going to hear it different versus that person who lived in that. Because 2 people could listen to the same song and get a whole different outcome.
Amen.
You're going to hear it differently if you were raised in a home, like you said, where your parents were attentive, they were around you, they taught you. My mom
and not letting you even hear that music most
right
of the time.
Because see, I was the child, I listened to it for the beat. I never paid attention to the words. And my mom had to tell me, stop, you need to listen to the words because that's going to change what you listening to. You can't put everything in your spirit. That's when she started teaching me about windows. But you can't listen to everything. And it's true. Even as I've gotten older, in middle school, East 1999 was my anthem every day. It was in my tape deck every day. I can't play it now to save a life. The most you could get out of me is first of the month. I can't play it. I can't. The songs that were my favorite, I can't even listen to them no more. I don't even know why the frick I was listening to it in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, but I was. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you gotta put the right.
In that era, 5th grade was every recess I was out there singing "I'm Not Your Superwoman." Okay.
Oh Lord, I could so see that.
Listen, I was all on the playground on the day.
Hilarious.
You know, you crawl up there at the top of the playground. I used to make that like my stage.
That
and I'd be
is
singing
hilarious.
out to the crowd like, "Hey,
I mean, mine was that I was singing in front of people was Dirty Diana, but little did I know he was talking about cocaine. So you know,
listen. That's what,
at least back then. But see, back then they did talk about drugs, but they knew how to
make it sound
mask
like it was a woman. Damn it, I didn't know until just now.
What, the Dirty Diana was about cocaine?
Listen,
yes, ma'am.
Every day.
Yeah, it was about cocaine. If you listen to the words, well, the next time you listen to it, next time you listen to it, you're gonna be like, "Damn it, you to me." Listen, I was devastated when I found out. I love that damn song, the video too. But yeah, and I found out, I was like, "Really, Michael? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know, if you think about it,
I gotta listen to that.
Yeah, when I found out, I was like, "What?" But yeah, the music nowadays, I mean, you know, it's
how we grew up and how our young is growing up is so different.
But that's also because the music industry
to block them from
right, because you also have to remember that.
It's so exposed.
And listen, listen. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that the music back then, you have to remember, even though the corporations have always ran the music industry, they allowed a little bit more artist freedom back then. Now they controlling what the hell they put out. That's why you got more independent artists now than what you did back then.
I agree. I also wanted to listen. You know, we are all for LGBTQ.
Yes.
But I just let me say this.
Go listen.
My child came home and said her friend, she only in the 4th grade, y'all. Let me put that out there. I digress. She came home and said her friend told her that she was bisexual.
Oh, what? She even know.
Honestly, I'm not even shocked.
I'm not shocked.
I'm disturbed.
I'm not shocked, but I'm pissed. This is why I want to say I'm pissed. When we were growing up, ain't no damn way we knew or heard or any of our friends talk about their sexuality in no damn elementary school.
Well, no.
And that's the stuff that I'm talking about.
But we living in a day and age where it's become a curriculum.
Everything is so
they got it at their fingertips.
And that's what.
Not even that. It's in the curriculum.
This is the main thing that I'm gonna say. I respect y'all LGBTQ, but
IA.
I can't even keep up.
Whatever
the
acronyms.
Intersexual and asexual.
Yeah, they keep adding on.
Yeah.
And
they're gonna have a whole alphabet.
What bothers me is your sexuality does not define who the fuck you are. As a straight person, I don't walk around saying I'm straight.
Right.
Fight for the straight. No. You fight for your cause, and I don't scream out fight for blacks either. Black lives matter. I do what I have to do for me and my community, and if I see a situation, I address it. But I'm not walking around with a gay on my chest or a straight on my chest. And I feel like when you make everything about your sexuality, it kind of will make you depressed. It will make you so hurtful. And I understand that. It's 2019.
It makes it a subject.
It makes it such a subject and such a battle, and I don't understand it.
You have to understand
that. I don't
that.
understand that at
sex
all.
whoever you sex behind the door.
It's a part of the agenda.
That process.
It's a part of the agenda, and they get pissed when people say it, but it's what it is. It's a part of the agenda. That's why now you have school teachers who have. I read an article. I wish I brought it with me. A school teacher, you have school teachers that now are like, I'm not going to identify my students as male or female. Excuse me?
And that's the problem, because if you do, and the parents are at home encouraging their child to be whatever they want to be, then they get offended.
See, the problem,
he or she or.
See, this is the problem I have. Understand this. I don't have an issue with anybody in the LGBTQIA community. Whom you choose to love and sex on or not sex on or do whatever behind closed doors, that is your business. I could care less. Do you? I agree. Everybody should have human rights regardless of who you choose to sleep with. Yes, nobody should be mistreated as a human, period, just because of whom you choose to have sex with.
Behind them those.
My problem becomes when you are trying to scientifically justify that it's not a choice and that a child at 9, at 8 can identify themselves as a bisexual, asexual, intersexual, lesbian, gay, transgender, whatever. No, they might like a certain thing. They might find themselves attracting to a certain thing. That also depends on the environment, how you're raising them. I don't care what anybody says. They might be finding themselves attracting to a certain things or certain, that's fine. But yeah, I feel like they're being pushed. And it's being, when you got schools that are putting it in curriculums, they're teaching the kids this shit. Making them aware and teaching it to them is two different things. You can make them aware because, yes, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't hide them from it. It's there.
I just feel like it's uncomfortable to have a child come home and say these things to you, and then you have to explain to your child. Like have they gotten rid of the bathroom rule in schools too, where they can walk in whatever bathroom they feel like it? Probably so.
See what I'm saying? Things like that.
I don't understand.
I get it for adults. You have a choice.
Club, I'm looking for the bathroom. I'm like, where the ladies' bathroom at? They like it. Oh no, I didn't say where the ladies. I said where the bathroom at. I went over to the bathroom. I'm looking like,
yeah.
Which one? I don't see no women, ladies sign.
And it didn't used to be like that. I used to go to gay clubs. You still had a male and female bathroom.
No,
just give me a door and a stall. That's all I need.
Yeah. Right, exactly. As long as you putting doors and stalls in there, I could care less.
I could care less. I can go pee with a man.
Listen,
I don't.
For real, I don't give a damn.
I gotta pee. I gotta pee.
I
just was confused. Like I'm used to seeing the little ladies.
But see, that's my thing. I get it in public places where adults go. I get it in clubs. We adults, so I mean, I get it. I get it to a certain degree. I don't 100% agree with it, but I get it. But when you start talking about school, listen, let the kids be kids. That's how I feel.
This is my point of view, and this is just Mary. I love all y'all. Let's be clear.
We all know this.
But with me, my point of view is I feel like as a child you're already confused.
Right.
Period.
Right.
You're going through your own hormones. Your body is growing. It's developing. You getting parts that you don't know. You're looking at boys on girls. Like I had girls that I thought were beautiful as a little kid, and I just stare at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
I had a couple of those.
God,
like
you are so pretty. Beautiful.
So beautiful, so gorgeous,
if
all
I'm that young and I'm looking at a woman and then I have on TV and everybody talking about gays, lesbian, I'm a transgender, I've been a transgender since I was a little kid. Then here I am staring at this little girl. Mm-hmm. Oh, I must be gay. I must be a boy. You know what I'm saying? Like those things, you're developing that in a child. And I'm not trying to say that that's correct, but that's just my point of view of it. Mm-hmm. When we were growing up, we had time to really think about, meaning really grow up.
Right.
I ain't start thinking about, I knew what gay and lesbian was.
Right.
70s was very clear.
Very.
You know what I'm saying? I knew what gays and lesbians were. I knew what all of that, what that detail was, but it wasn't so blatant in my face.
Right.
Like I didn't have to hear about it like that. And I didn't have to hear about men and women like that.
Right.
Like we grew up watching TV when, especially my mom and them, where men and women weren't even sleeping in the same bed on TV.
Right. And that's
you
how
had two different beds.
Facts.
When you was a kid, back when we were kids, the ideal thing is when there's sex scenes on TV, close your eyes, you're not going to see it.
Right.
Okay, so that's straight shit right there. That's doing some straight shit. So why are you putting all this, no offense, lesbian and gay shit all in front, like it's okay?
Because it's a part of the
If
agenda.
you gonna hide sex, hide sex.
Period.
From kids.
Yeah. Well, it's on hell, they got it on Nickelodeon now.
And then
I done seen some shit. I'm like, this is some gay shit. What is going on here?
Evolving. We reproduce.
Yes.
We have kids.
Yes.
Woman can't have kids. Man and man can't have kids.
No.
Once again, I don't have no problem.
Not
with
naturally.
Lesbian or gay. My mom is gay. But if I feel like if it's not natural to where it can't keep the world going as it should, it also shouldn't be like pushed on nobody.
Right.
I mean, the normal thing is, and not saying y'all abnormal, but the normal thing to reproduce is man and woman.
Reproduction happens when a man and woman have
So why
sex
are you pushing the LGBTQ?
My thing is, what happens in your home is nobody's business. It's nobody's business. What you teach your child is nobody's business.
Nobody's business. And I agree with you being able to be.
You ain't gotta hate them. Y'all ain't gotta be all obnoxious and loud with your this.
I mean, I understand that they came from a time when it started back in the early days, and we talking like the 30s, because it started a long time ago. They was all in the 1800s, they was all 1700s. Well, let's be clear. It started actually way before then.
A lot of the gay mentality, it was just hitting.
It started way before then, but that's a conversation most people don't want to have. But when they were trying to come out, they were all in the closet. They had to be hidden. They had to keep their sexuality hidden. If they wanted to be a man that dressed like a woman or a woman that dressed like a man, they had to hide that shit. Hence the movie Holiday. Remember the movie Holiday? You know, right. You know, so they had to hide it. Now, I agree with, regardless if I agree with what lifestyle you choose to live, I agree that you should be able to live it out loud. You shouldn't have to be bottled up in your home, and that's the only time you get to be free. Yeah, you should be allowed to go out and party and kick it, eat, hold hands, do what you want. That's fine. But like you said, stop pushing it. And that's how I've been feeling for the past few years.
Grown, and I feel like once you are 14, 15, that's when you start really identifying with yourself full-heartedly. So once you in that age range and you now want to say, I am identifying myself as a woman, I'm identifying myself as a man, I can't do nothing but respect that. But when you 9, 10 and you pushing that in front of my child,
you ain't giving them no chance to even reproduce in the world.
Her mind is like, Mom, what is this?
Right.
What is this?
Right.
Like, she knows what gays and lesbians are. Right. Let's be clear. Her Aunt Bree, she knows what Aunt Bree is.
Right.
And she
Same
loves
for my goddaughter.
her to effing death. And I would never take that relationship away from my baby. So I respect that community. Right. I just feel like there should be a limit. Just like as straights, I would be pissed if I took my daughter to a park and I see two people kissing and humping each other that are man and woman in front of my child. I would be pissed. Just as pissed if I saw a gay and a gay or a lesbian couple doing the same thing. It's just a point of being respectful. You can hold hands, you can kiss. I don't have no problem with that. We watch TV and my mom be like, my colleague be like, oh my.
But you know, it's a lot of people that disagree with PDA. You know,
I love PDA.
The boomer generation disagree with PDA. You know. For a long time, though, that was a lot of the older generation. They didn't even like PDA with straight couples.
My mom don't either. My mom is the token of PDA. She does not like it.
I don't mind it. I'm limited. Like, it's the time and place. I'm all for it. Kiss every now and then, love on me. Like, I don't mind, but I don't want you touching my private parts in public. I don't want you grabbing my boobies in public. Like, no, I don't get down. Now,
we can have sex in the park, but it'll be after dark.
I'm good with that. I'm good with you kissing my face, my hand, my neck a little bit, but don't be all that in public. Nah, I can't get down with that.
We can do it on a club or something.
Yeah,
night thing.
Little dark in the club. It's dark, but no kids around. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you just gotta have a respectable level to this. Like, there should be a.
But that's another problem. That's the key word right there. We live in a generation where there is no respect,
no filters.
Hell, look at our president.
Listen, talking about respect, and we're gonna get up out of here.
Follow it later.
We're speaking on this LGBTQIE thing.
She said IE. What is the E?
EI, whatever.
Extra sexual?
I don't know what it is.
I might be that.
But baby, listen, who you I just sent the text today talking about, I think I'm a nympho. Can I get a prescription of that vitamin D? Listen.
That's a good one. I might have to send that out my damn self. And I am a nympho. I ain't even thought of that.
Send that out today. Like, listen.
That's a good one.
Y'all, I told you I gotta be creative with the shit I be saying.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that.
So listen,
I'm on a celibate run.
Mary.
Baby, listen. So I want to get off of that topic.
Yeah, it's sensitive.
We respect y'all. You know that our circle includes one of you guys, and we love and appreciate y'all.
Right.
But this is just us as mothers.
Yeah.
That's really all our passion is coming from.
Hell, just us as people.
Us as
respect
aunties,
for the children.
Just respect for the children. If I didn't have no kid, I probably wouldn't even care.
Not even just kids, respect for each other. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. When Bree,
I probably wouldn't even care. But having to have these conversations with my baby because her mom, her friend's mom, and them is okay, and talking to her about being bisexual, it kind of is like, dang, I feel like we lost that. What we talk about at home stays at home.
Yeah.
Like my baby is very clear that what we do at home
stays
at home.
Facts.
Like our little conversations that we have is between me and you, and she knows that.
Right.
So it's like a lot of these kids, you missing that. And I understand you want to teach your children to be who
we live in the age of social media. Everything gets put out.
Everything is public. And I understand fighting for your rights, and I'm all for it.
But stop comparing it to civil rights.
I was just about to say that. Do not. And that's what bothers me as well. When you talk about comparing y'all having y'all's own bathroom compared to us being all whites. Listen, that's not the same thing.
That's not the same thing. That is not the same thing. They always want to, or they want to say how, and don't get me wrong, people getting killed is just, that's bad either way. But please don't compare it to a lot of people got killed. Yes, you did, but it's nothing compared to the millions of blacks that have been killed since they've been snatched. So let's not do that.
And listen, what
y'all's families didn't get snatched and separated from y'all.
What y'all did in your home can be hidden. Us coming outside in our black skin can't be hide it. So you can't compare the two struggles. I'm sorry. You can't. You made a public decision to say that you are gay, you are a lesbian, you are whatever.
Facts.
And you can live a private life just as gay or lesbian.
Because trust me, if I could choose,
live a private or public life without being known as a black person.
And I'm like this, why you gotta come out also? Why you gotta come out and say you're gay? Just be gay.
Because that comes from family acceptance.
Now. I mean, y'all, they have
a lot of that comes from family acceptance coming out.
I mean,
your circle accepting it. But you feel like if you hidden, they probably feel like if they got to hide it for so long, they feel like they was hiding from the world.
So we gotta want a cookie? Okay, you guys.
Listen, I agree with you.
I love you anyway.
I agree with you.
What?
I understand you have to have that kind of dialogue when you come out. I don't say don't stop sharing your story with the ones you love. But I feel like if I walk into a room, the first thing that you say shouldn't be, "Hello, I'm gay."
Yeah, nah, we ain't in
Or if I go to a work meeting, I should not have to have a work meeting about your rights. There's no work meeting about my black rights.
Right.
You making little vague comments about black skin or whatever, or your hair. Don't touch my hair. Let's have a conversation about that shit. Is this yours?
Listen.
Do I walk up to you and say, "Do you eat pussy?"
Oh my God, look at your hair. Can I touch it?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't,
Thank you, Solange, for that song. I appreciate you.
I just wish I could do so many different things with my hair.
Girl,
right.
Listen.
Those kind of
but
things.
You know
what bothers me the most is I understand that we have to have a dialogue of being respectful, but if you're going to do that, there should be a dialogue all forms. We're going to have one group meeting about black rights, gay rights, and civil rights. We're going to have all of that together.
Speaking about having a dialogue.
You're not just going to have one meeting about, we're going to talk about gays today.
Right. But speaking of having
about us blacks.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that because they think we want everything under the sun and reparations and 40 acres and a mule. But yeah, and in part with respect in the dialogue, what pisses me off the most is I can't have an opinion. The not the entire community, but a lot of people in the LGBTQ community get offended when a straight person has an opinion. And my friend made the perfect post, and I did say something under it because I'm like, you struck a nerve right there, buddy, but it's the truth. Stop penalizing me because I have an opinion about your lifestyle. I'm not saying that you need to burn in hell and you need to die and all that crap. I'm not that type of person. But if I say I don't agree, I have a right to that.
Let it be.
I have a right to say I love you. What you choose to do, I ain't got a hell to put nobody in. That's you. You like it, I love it. I just don't agree with it, but I love you the same. Bree know all the time. I love her to death. I may not agree, but I love you, and I'm gonna treat you as such. Can't nobody even try it with her. It's not gonna happen. But I still respect her the same. Nothing's different. I don't demean her. I don't ridicule her. Nothing. I respect her wishes, who she chooses to identify as, and that's what it was. It took me a while to get there, but her being who she is was willing to allow me to get there in my own pace without forcing me and allow me to have my opinion. Nowadays, no, you can't have no opinion.
You gotta keep your mouth closed. It's not
if you have an opinion, you automatically hate the LGBTQ. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, Hell, I got an opinion about white people, but that don't mean I hate all white people.
Baby. And it's a lot of stuff that y'all.
I got an opinion about Africans, but I don't hate all Africans. Just a lot of y'all. Baby, on the road, okay, I hate all y'all.
I wanted to
and just because your mom gay, that don't mean you gay too.
Okay. Amen.
It's not a genetic thing.
It's not passed down.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. And I feel
but that's an argument they don't.
And I do feel like it is how I want to say it. It is a chemical thing because I feel like it's a preference. It's you yourself, what you like. I look at a man and I'm like, damn, you can get this kitty. When I look at a woman, I might be like, damn, you're beautiful, but I don't want to lick you.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
There's only one I've actually wanted to do that too, but that's it.
It's my preference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand if you are attracted to a man or you are attracted to a woman.
Right.
I believe that is probably something that you're born with because I've been liking man since I probably came out of the womb. Okay. Period.
I ain't gonna say all that, but that's your opinion.
Baby, close enough.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
From day one.
You have that opinion. That's what you believe. Right. I believe different, but people want to fight me because I'm like, no, I don't believe that you are. But I'm not gonna have the debate and try and talk you into believing you're gonna believe what you want to believe.
Energy. I got other things to do.
Yeah, if that's what you believe, that's cool. I don't believe that.
Okay, so ting-a-ling-a-ling. I'm about to
where is your I'm gonna say, where's your ting-a-ling?
Y'all know that Ohio has just now passed a law that if you hear a heartbeat, you can't have an abortion.
And I agree with it.
I don't.
It's murder.
And the only reason why
hell, we got who was that? Jersey? They can kill them after they born?
Yeah, that's sad. Now that I don't agree. I feel like if it's in the first, I feel like if you're in your first trimester, you have the right to decide. I feel like if you're in your first trimester, you have the right to decide because a lot of women don't know that they're pregnant in that first 3 months. Yeah, of pregnancy.
Majority of women find out they're pregnant before 5th month.
Exactly. So if I'm raped, let's be clear. I'm gonna give it 100.
See, situations like that, I feel like it shouldn't apply to
case by case scenario. But I feel like if you're raped, molested, you should not be forced to carry a baby all the way through. Right. That you know that you're not going to love.
Right.
You're not going to want to be connected with.
Right.
And now you're making me have 9 months of anger built in me.
Even though I've known of women that have carried their babies, but that everybody don't have the strength to do that.
Everybody don't have the strength. And
I know I wouldn't.
Then you're going to make me have to forcibly give birth to this baby.
Right. Like that, and then I'm probably gonna give the baby up. So now we got another child in the system.
Now that's 3 times that I've been brutalized.
Right.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like you should have that right the first trimester. Now,
I think it should be a case by case basis.
I would never kill my child, but I feel like probably if I was raped or molested, I probably still wouldn't because that's still a piece of me. But I understand.
Yeah.
When women make that decision.
Absolutely.
Because not everybody is mentally okay with it. No. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm gonna tell you now, I was raped. If I'd have got pregnant, it'd have been an abortion. I'm sorry. Manually or doctorally. It wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have carried. I wouldn't have been able to mentally do that. Yeah. Even though I wanted a baby bad as hell back then. No. No, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I can't see myself doing that. And there are a lot of ways. I feel like it should be a case by case basis. But you know, I'm also the person that say, hell, you want to stop them from killing the babies. You need to stop some of them from conceiving them.
Baby, listen.
After so many of these heifers sitting on government assistance, that shit need to be cut out and sold.
I agree.
Just as quick as you can say they can have an abortion. How about you just
But
say,
you know, the
tie that
systems
bitch
is
first,
the
okay?
the government's got laws going across this country that's
like
horrible.
Some things should be, some laws need to be up to the actual person.
Yeah, but what do you say about the law in the state where they can kill the baby? They have the choice to abort the child after it's born. Like, that's not an abortion, sir. That's murder. Yeah, now that, the child is born.
Who's giving that consent?
It's on the East Coast. I want to say it's Jersey.
No, who's giving the consent to let the parent?
They have to. They have to. It ain't no different. I mean, I prefer you have the baby and I would prefer you to have the baby and drop it off at the fire station. Hell, or leave it in the trash can like a lot of y'all done did. Most of them survive from that versus you killing it.
What bothers me is the people that actually, because I've seen a lot of cases about women who it don't even got to be about rape. It's just about them not being comfortable with the father, or the father left them,
or scared their parents gone disown them or whatever.
And they don't like the baby anymore because of that connection to that man. And then they take that anger out on a child. Why put that on somebody? Like, I don't know. I mean, I understand both scenarios because we was watching the news when they were talking about this
the heartbeat bill.
The heartbeat bill. And one of the people that spoke, but majority of the daggone panel were men, which that pisses me off.
Majority of government's men.
I agree, but it was one guy who stood up who was a product of rape. He was a child of a product of a rape, and he said he spoke out because if he wouldn't be here if his mom would have made that decision. He was, and there are a lot of kids like that because he was put up for adoption. Right, his mom did not want him. So she put him up for adoption. So he was adopted into a loving home, but that doesn't happen for everybody.
No, it doesn't.
So I understand your scenario but that's where it should be a choice. Your mother made that choice to carry you through.
Right.
She was strong enough to do that.
Right. And then,
now, if we have this rule and you're forcing all of these kids into foster care and being adopted, they're going to be adopted into a not so loving home where they can be abused, and then you have another product of somebody raping somebody. Well, you have another product of somebody killing somebody. You have another.
No, what's going to happen is you're going to have a whole host of women headed down to Mexico to get a back shift abortion.
Baby, listen.
Or headed down to the
self-abortions.
Yeah,
that's what was happening back in the
That's
days.
what's going to happen. That's what's going to end up happening. Unfortunately.
Why though? Like, I mean, because I'm so on the fence with that because I'm all about.
Well, first of all, it was supposed to be stopping the time period because it used to be you could get an abortion up to 16 weeks. And to me, at 16 weeks, that's a full child. I don't care if it's still got more developing to go. That's a damn body in there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's too far along. That's 4 months. No, you almost halfway through. If you feel like that, sign over your rights. When you deliver, we'll go ahead and put them over here. But 4 months,
but like I was
2 months, I can understand. But most people don't catch it.
I'm on the fence for this because I feel like that, but then I also feel like what you're saying.
Yeah,
like.
The heartbeat bill was their way of trying to meet in the
middle. It's a hard call because, and then also here these kids going into the system. It's our tax dollars.
Well, my thing is that once you're pregnant,
why you want to make it all these?
Once you're pregnant, you can hear a heartbeat.
But most people,
like a month.
Yeah,
within like a month,
if you catch it that fast,
you hear a heartbeat. I was 5 weeks when I found out I was pregnant, and I was on my way to have surgery. I was there, set up, IV in arm, prepped, ready for surgery. And before you take surgery, now they make you take a urine set, a pregnancy test before you have surgery. So I was there, did that, came back. My doctor was like, "So I have good news and bad news." Bad news, we can't do the surgery. And I'm like, damn, my blood pressure high. My sugar levels, like, why can't I? I'm thinking negative. And he like, you pregnant. And we have been trying, you know what I'm saying? Which is why I was having the surgery anyway.
Got you.
So I was happy.
Right.
But that following week, I went to the doctor and I heard a heartbeat. So I was already 5-6 weeks. So if you find out you're pregnant, once you have sex, you have the morning after pill that you can take now, but it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't available. So, and now you don't need a prescription you can just go to the pharmacy and get it. Yeah. But you think about those, and you have to take it the morning after.
Facts.
So you think about if you wait, if you find out you pregnant, you know what I'm saying?
You know you had unprotected sex.
Had unprotected sex.
Start there.
But you don't think that you pregnant because there's a lot of teenagers, a lot of women out here that don't believe that first nut you pregnant. Okay,
Yeah,
I believe you can get pregnant off pre-cum.
No, you still can get pregnant. So listen,
I'm convinced.
So you wait, and then here you are 4 weeks pregnant, and you hear a heartbeat. You don't want to be a single mom. You don't want to be you know what I'm saying, with a child that doesn't have a solid father, and you know you're not ready to be a mother.
Right.
So here I am forced to carry a baby that I don't want.
Right. I feel you there.
See, my issue is the problem really derives from, first of all,
body too. Like
the problem derives.
Do what you want to do with your body. You gotta live with you gotta live with that mentals.
You're right. I feel like the government definitely should not be involved in the decisions that a woman makes for her body. First of all, second of all, the problem is that the government is trying to right their wrong for the reason that abortion was even created in the first fucking place, which was population control of black people. Let's keep it all the way gangster.
And now what?
So now you're trying
to. Why you say gangster so proud?
I'm just saying, let's just keep it gangster. That's the reason why they're. So now you're trying to make the wrong right by reversing it and stopping them from being able to go out and get the service that you provided.
No, because their people is now using it more than us.
Oh yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, it's more white women getting abortions than black women.
You got to keep that figure.
That is why they are really strict on it now. They're trying to.
Becky's about to get that
promotion. But it's not going to stop it. But it's not going to stop these women. Hell, I knew women back in the day that would jump on a roller coaster because they knew it was going to throw them into a miscarriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's women.
I've heard of women. Listen, I was going to say the coat hangers. I've heard of different stories. I've heard of people even putting bleach in their stuff. You know, people, if you really falling down the steps, if you really want to do something, you gonna do it. You gonna figure out a way. Or like I said, while y'all down there trying to close the border, they gonna be going down there and trying to get across it so they can go ahead and get them a little backyard abortion.
Women can find, and there's certain foods, there's certain medicines that people take.
And if they think like that, if they think like that and wanna do that to their body and their babies inside, let them give them a free abortion.
So then what you gonna do then?
Because you ain't mentally stable.
You got all these women killing their uteruses.
Yeah.
To get rid of these babies. Now you're gonna have uteruses, and then you're gonna have the mental ward on 1,000
overflow.
Hell, is there even
still
available?
Ward,
they don't even have them no more.
Overflow.
They don't even have enough
Franklin
of them.
County Children's Services.
This is
an
Ohio law that's gonna be
adoption
really.
On
they
overflow.
about to fight this. This is about to be.
It's in effect now. They can't do nothing for like. I think it's on there for 2 years.
Don't need me. Listen. I ain't for abortion, but some of these.
Yeah, they're gonna keep fighting. It's just
too much.
I just need them to stop some people from having some kids. I know of a couple. They don't.
Oh,
baby, I'm so glad my baby only 6. Oh, jeez.
That's what's gonna happen.
I'm so glad the 15-year-old is not the girl.
Baby, listen.
I know you.
I'm thinking of mine.
I also got to make sure he ain't, sticking and
moving.
But,
wrap that up.
But that's also the main. That's also the argument that's coming from the side that's for it. It's like you two grown adults that's having unprotected sex. You knew what the fuck the consequence could be. So you get pregnant, then you gotta live up to your responsibility.
You can't put that on people.
I mean, I'm saying that's what the argument is on the other side. Me, I feel. Listen, I don't agree with abortion. I said I wouldn't do it unless it was a detrimental situation, like I got raped, or if it was a medical situation where I had to get rid of the child. Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying. I'm like, does that law have that clause?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. If it's for medical reasons, then that's the only way they're allowing that. Yeah. If it's a medical situation,
then it's medical or
if it's a medical situation, then yeah. And I think rape. I don't know if the rape clause is in there, but I know the medical situation.
The rape clause is that was the main thing they were talking about on the news. It's not.
Yeah. So the rape clause is not in there, but the medical is. If it's a medical situation where it's called the mom or the child, they're going to take the child and leave the mom because you could keep producing. We're not going to let you die.
What's the
to
difference?
Stay pregnant? Listen,
you heard a heartbeat though, sir. So how is it that you allow one woman to keep a child and you forcing me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, or take a child and you're not allowing me. You're not allowing me.
It's a malpractice suit.
I don't want to have
if you tell me that I can die having a child.
I can't have it.
I could die
Hell, the reality is you could die giving labor.
Exactly.
I thought about
so
abortion
to me,
every time.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
There are some women that die giving birth.
Possibility of dying, being pregnant. I already didn't want this baby in the first place.
Right.
Now you're forcing me, and now 8 months in, I could die.
Yep.
Giving birth to this baby.
Yep.
And now the baby's too damn big, and you forcing me. Listen.
Now, if it's too big, of course, they have medical procedures that they do. If the baby's so
die.
far along, you can't die. They will take. No, but I'm saying they'll take it if the baby can function on, machines and stuff. They'll do that if it's an option. But that's also up to the parent.
You still can die.
You can.
Every surgery is a possibility of you dying.
Any birth is a possibility.
Carrying a baby is a possibility of dying. Period.
So. It's just a touchy situation. I've seen it when they passed it. Like, well, I didn't think they was actually going to do that, but okay.
I was listening to it like, ooh. So listen, we're gonna get up out of here.
Of course, that would come from someone that don't have kids, though.
What?
We over here like, listen, if she need to have an abortion, let her have an abortion, because we know what motherhood brings.
Hey, I never agreed with abortion. I always saw it as murder. But that's because I also grew up in an era where females was doing it in their second and third trimester.
Listen, I grew up in an era where I know some that done multiples.
Me too.
And now that
it's called,
I don't understand.
That is called
reckless.
Take their damn eggs
now,
from them.
The second one you shouldn't be able to, because the first one, all right, they're gonna give you a pass.
And that's how I feel. They should have put a limitation. You can't keep coming in like you got a membership card to this sucker. That's just not gonna happen. After a while, bitch, you need to take that responsibility.
Exactly.
You can't keep coming in 5-6 times, because there are women that's got numbers on the books of how many times they've had one. First time, maybe even the second time. After that, no ma'am.
I feel like one and done. You ain't learned your lesson after that one. You stuck with that.
You stuck with it, unless it was a detrimental situation. Now, if it was
Georgetta is.
Okay.
Georgetta.
You ain't never heard it. Off of Maury, she didn't want to have like all them baby daddies.
Yeah. The one that went like 17 times and still couldn't find him. That's funny. I forgot about her. That's hilarious.
So listen, we're gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna play this last song by Ezekiel.
And really his stage name is Iron Wings.
Iron Wings? You need to put that in the email.
His Facebook page is Iron Wings? Is that what
his stage name,
his rap name is Iron Wings.
Iron Wings.
Oh,
here we go.
okay.
This is his song Street Life. See y'all next week.
Real niggas live street life. Gunfire, snipe, cut through your gut precise. If the bullet don't kill you, then the knife slice. All my niggas hold it tight, cause we the trice tight. Alright? Real niggas live street life. Gunfight, snipe, cut through your gut precise. If the bullet don't kill you, then the knife slice. All my niggas hate it like it's your life snipe. You can find me in the street like them yellow lines, hardcore, mellow forever. While I see you collide, swine minds, try to devise this a lot of respect, don't try to neglect. I ride on your set like a whole call off full of crips off high roofs, firing with text. I'm from pimps, players, and prostitutes. Stone cold hustlers that's about to loot. Thug like killers that ain't afraid to shoot. Make a wrong move, you won't make the news. Niggas making more moves than joysticks. Voice is so sick, bitch nigga, hold this. Like you got a shit, but you constipated. Iron blade, make you lose your head, that's decapitation. Gravitate towards the street life, the street type of street life. Strike you under the street lights, have a sweet night. Your fuck boy cowards ain't amusing me. You're not goons to me. I shoot your body out the booth and boost the jewelry. I've had it up the head with the buffoonery. I'm a baboon with teeth, iron wings on a motherfucking killer spree. Real niggas live street life. Gunfire, snipe, cut through your gut precise. If the bullet don't kill you, then the knife slice. All my niggas hold it tight, cause we the trice tight. Alright? Real niggas live the street life. Gunfight, snipe, cut through your gut precise. If the bullet don't kill you, then the knife slice. All my niggas hate it like it's your life snipe. I know you motherfuckers ain't forgot who the hardest nigga. Whole group complaining why you get